Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about whether I think that college is a good idea for you if you want to study graphic design or you want to become a graphic designer. This will all be based on my opinion. Of course, if you live in different parts of the world, your college experience will be very different to you. And even if you live in different parts of England, you will have a very different college experience to me. But I just thought I'd tell you I've had 1 year of college. I'm about to go into my second year of taking graphic design course at college. And so yeah, look, I get asked this a lot, is it a good idea, what's my experience like? And so I thought I'd just make a video on it, make it a bit simpler for you guys. And yeah, so I hope you do enjoy the video, guys. If you do want me to do more of these kind of vlog type videos, leave a comment in the comment section below what topics I should talk about. And yes, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. So my first impression of college is that there was a lot of drawing involved, and it wasn't really so much drawing in case, okay, you sketch up logos and stuff like that. It was actually kind of drawing what's in front of you, so kind of like art class in a case. And so it was pretty much like that for pretty much a quarter of the first year. And that was the reason behind that is because of my tutor. Because my college didn't actually have a set graphic design tutor at the time, so we had a tutor that actually specialized in sculpture making for a graphic design class. And she was a very nice person, a very nice tutor, but she wasn't very inclined towards the graphic design. She wasn't too involved with it, and it's not like she had a whole load of years under her belt with experience or anything like that. So a lot of what we did kind of leaned towards her style, which involved sketching and mainly doing everything by hand instead of on the computer, pretty much. And that's pretty much how the first half of the year went. And then we actually had 3 different tutors throughout the course of my first year. The first one was, of course, the sculpture maker. Then the second one was actually a tutor that came from a different college, and she'd only be there about once or twice out of the 3 days that I go to college. So yes, I only go to college 3 days out of the 5-day week, obviously. So yeah, that's very nice when you have free time to kind of do client work and stuff like that, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so the second tutor was pretty good. She was alright. Of course, there was a bit of lack of communication between her and the first tutor, which kind of made things a bit confusing, because we actually had both tutors at the time, as the second tutor only came in on Tuesdays, I think it was. So we actually had the first tutor for the Monday and the Friday. So I actually had Wednesday and Thursday off. So yeah, things can kind of get a bit confusing when you have more than one tutor, but that actually kind of sorted itself out. We actually got our new tutor, our third tutor of the year, and we had him all 3 days of the week. But our first tutor was still around, and she was helping out where she could, but she wasn't our primary tutor anymore. So we had our third tutor, and he's a graphic designer that he's been teaching for a long time. I'm not sure how long, but he is actually he specializes in graphic design. And this is where I started to notice that we were mainly working on the computers, and this leads me to believe that your college experience all depends on your tutor. If your tutor is more inclined in one way than another, then the students will work more in that one way. So for example, my tutor was a sculpture maker, so we did everything by hand and nothing was on the computer. And then when I got my third tutor, everything was done on the computer. So yeah, it's kind of luck of the draw that you hope that you get a tutor that's likes the similar things that you do. But yeah, besides from that, I really would recommend taking graphic design at college, just because you get to work on, well, at my college I got to work at live briefs, because companies come to the college, say they're looking for a logo or something like that, then they pass the project brief onto the graphic design course, which allowed me to work on a live brief, allowed other people to work on a live brief. And so yeah, it's all very cool, working hand to hand with actual clients that do actual business, and that's a very good pointer when it comes to college, and probably one of the main advantages of going to college as well. If you're from the Call of Duty graphic design scene, then college will be a very new experience for you. It's not like the usual social media banners and things like that. I don't think I've designed one Twitter header or one YouTube banner or anything like that at my time at college, and it's kind of expected, because obviously you're not going to be doing social media banners forever. You're going to branch over into advertising and all these other things, which will kind of put you on the guideline to how a professional designer would be, because that's what he would be designing. He'd be designing advertisements, logos, and all these other things, and not so much Twitter headers and things. So obviously, if you're in the Call of Duty graphic design scene, routine, then it will be a bit of a shock to you at first, but you just need to adjust to it. You do just need to get used to it pretty much, because that is how the design job is pretty much. And there's a lot of things done by hand. Obviously, if you are designing Twitter editors and things, you'll probably never touched a pen and pencil when it comes to designing in your life. So you will need to get used to that as well. There's a lot of drawing. Obviously, like I said, the first tutor, everything was done by hand. But even with my current tutor, the one that has lots of experience, he does still do things by hand, and there's obviously no harm in learning that. So yeah, I'd advise that it probably won't be what you expect at the start, but you just need to get used to it, as they know what they're doing, they know what they're teaching, and of course they know what job you want to get into once you've finished the design course. So they kind of know what to teach you in order to give you what you want. College is also another great way to learn new styles, because of course you've got a class full of 20 odd people, and then you can look at the way they design things, because of course they've all been designing in their spare time, and of course you've been designing in your spare time as well. That's why you're watching this video, because you design in your spare time and you like my videos to help you do that. So there'll be a bunch of other people that are there to help you learn new styles, new ways of doing things, and that's another good pointer when it comes to college. Just because you're learning new things, and it may not always be the way you've done things, but it is a very, very good technique, or a good thing to learn more ways of doing one specific thing, if that kind of makes sense. Overall, I would recommend going to graphic design at college, but of course it will be a bit of a shock to you. You just need to readjust, and that is probably the only obstacle that I've faced. Obviously, if you don't have a very good tutor that's not inclined to the way you like to do things, that may be even tougher for you. But it's just, at the end of the day, you're working for that qualification that is called graphic design, that employers will look at, and they may not ask what you had to do or anything like that, and they'll see that you're qualified in graphic design, you know what it takes, you know what you have to do, and that's what employers like to look for. So sometimes, even if you don't have a specifically good tutor, then you could even go to a different college that has different tutors, obviously, if you have more than one college in your area. But yeah, obviously your tutor does mean a lot towards your course, and they do heavily influence the work that you do and the way you do things. So like I said, I do recommend going to college for graphic design if that's what you want to do, but there are a few obstacles in the way, such as the tutor. That's probably the main one. So yeah guys, I really do hope you do enjoy this. I really hope you did enjoy this video. Like I said before, if you do want me to talk about more topics about college, about graphic design in general, just leave a comment. And I really hope you did enjoy this video guys. Please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys in my next video.